something interesting. I like giving reference to Finland. Finland has one of the best education systems in the world. But in Finland, formal examinations are done at the age of 19 when students are going to university. These other levels, it's not a must. That's Finland. Now, something interesting also in Finland, schools are majorly owned by the government. The resources allocated to schools, whether it is deep in the village, whether it is in town, they're the same. And they don't label that this is the best school, the other one is the best school. No, everything is uniform. Then, they all get equal financial support, no privileged schools. For us here, you know, the privileged schools. If anything is to come from the government, there are schools that will always be the first to receive, which is not the case in Finland. So this one creates an imbalance and some kind of discrimination, like we're saying. Now, they are saying all schools are considered special, and so all learners are combined in different levels. I was telling you that all classes must have mixed abilities of learners, such that these learners can be able to learn from one another. Now, the parents trust their teachers highly because they are highly qualified. Something very interesting in Finland is that for one to become a teacher, you must hold a master's degree. And one fact that I got, they said that only 10% of the college graduates are able to receive the master's degree. Only 10% of the graduates.
Then how will they be able to match with the number of those that need education?
They do. In fact, Finland has not had the question of having
human resource scarcity.
Yeah, they have not had. Because the reason why they don't have so many people aspire to become teachers, if it was the case of our developing countries, there are very few people who would wish to go and join the profession. So those are some of the challenges that we are facing with the. I don't say that we should scrap these national examinations, but I think the system or the method of assessing the learners is what needs to change.
Now, rightly on that, before I go for a break, you seem to have talked about, and indeed which you have done, so much that must be examined when it comes to, or assessed, let's use the word assessed, when it comes to discovering the potentials of a child and in a non-discriminatory manner. But then the big question that comes up is, how can all this be done? How are we going to say we are going to examine someone in music, we are going to examine their intellectual, we are going to examine their social abilities, we are going, what? How will that ever be done?
In fact, it is possible to be done. I want to give you an example. When it comes to science subjects, most schools, or most people always say, but we don't have the resources to buy the...
Even the lower secondary competition.
Yeah, we don't have the resources to buy... Yeah, to have the apparatus and this kind of thing. But no, students are studying something about plants. How much money do we need to invest in this? There's a school I know, at every end of the academic year, they ask parents to pay 1 million shillings to take these students for a tour in Mombasa. How do you convince me that the students are, the parents are able to pay 1 million for their kids to go to Mombasa, but they cannot pay 20,000 to take these kids to Mabira?
Now you're talking of a class A school. Let's go to the ordinary.
Yeah, even the ordinary one, because most of the things that last time I was saying, what we teach the students must be relevant to them. And we are saying we must teach something that is local and global. We should not go global if we go local. These students need to learn things that are or pertain, issues that pertain their local environment. And these issues are within their locality.
But now the world has become a global village that a child must be able to acquire skills that fit his country's development and vision, but also have a broader perspective of global issues.
Yes, but you are teaching students about soil. For a rural school, what do you need to buy to teach these students about soil? It's a matter of taking them outside class. If you are talking of different types of soil, we have the land, whatever. There is a swamp near my area. It's just a few meters away from there. Why don't you go and get a sample? You come, you get some loam soil, you tell them they identify the sample. Why must it be done on the board? These things are available, but how we exploit our local environment is the issue.
Well,